Welcome to XConnect TV. My name is Karim Kanji. Thank you so much for joining us. We really love it if you went onto youtube.com/XConnectTV and subscribe to our videos. Again, my name is Karim Kanji. Excited to be your host for today. In today's interview, we have none other than Nikolai. Nikolai, how you doing, buddy?
Great.
Thank you. Yeah, well, thank you so much for taking the time out. Before you came in, you were on the phone, and I know you're pitching to investors and pitching to a lot of different people. The question I actually had for you, you just came back from Montreal.
Yep.
You were part of the Founder Fuel session. Talk to me about Founder Fuel, your experience there. And I have a couple of questions related to that in a bit. But yeah, tell me about your experience with Founder Fuel.
So Founder Fuel, I would say, was definitely a life-changing experience. Before actually we decided to go, it was 90% no and 10% yes. And we're like, well, what can it do for us? And we were kind of a bit of a later stage. Okay. We're already talking to investors. There was some good interest. And one thing we've done is we basically went online. The last day, I think we had like 5 hours left to say yes or no. So we were accepted, and we had to say yes or no. We went online, we found every other company that was in previous cohort, somehow managed to contact all of the CEOs from previous cohort. And we called them up, or we went via Twitter and tell them, we gotta give us your number, we gotta talk to you as soon as possible. And everybody got back to us, and we spoke to all of them and asked them, what was your experience? Should we go there or not? And it was like, you have to definitely go. So like, okay, wow, that's interesting. So it went from 90% no to 90% yes. And they were like, in an hour, our decision completely changed. So we went, we moved to Montreal, and it's basically in 3 months, you would do everything that would probably take you to do on your own for like 12 months.
Wow.
Like learning how to build a better business, shaping and testing, making your idea and business bulletproof, networking with top people. So all of that is like, otherwise going trying to meet all those people and learn that and improve your business would definitely take at least 12 months. So everything was kind of packed in this very short period of time. It was like super high pace environment, and the value that we brought out, it definitely made our business stronger, gave us amazing exposure to investment community. And I always tell everybody the biggest takeaway was, how do you deal with mentors? How do you work with mentors? And how do you work with investors? Because at the end of the day, when investors come on board, they kind of become your mentors, or they start trying to control your business. How do you work in that scenario when a lot of influential people are giving you advice and trying to steer your business? And that has put our business in that environment, was like people are pulling us in different directions. People are telling us we should be taking this path or that path. And it's very tough to say no when the person you're talking to like sold his previous business for $2 billion or something like that. You're like, maybe I should be listening to this guy.
Sure.
So that was one of the bigger takeaways, understanding how do you process that input. You start asking, where is it coming from? What do you do with it? How does it align with your vision? Should the vision, how should the business change based on that? And I think that made us stronger as a company, as the team. And when we get different pulses coming from outside, from the market, or from other people, from investors, we're very careful what we take in and how do we apply it to our business. And do we have to like jump up and change completely, or should we just digest it and say only this much is applicable and here's why?
Interesting. One of the reasons that you told me that you didn't want to go to Founder Fuel was, you already had, you believe, some traction with investors. Now that you've finished that 3-month program at Founder Fuel and you're now continuing to talk, I'm assuming, to investors, how has that conversation changed? Is it easier? Is it harder? Are you talking something different now? What's the conversation?
So definitely the way we present our company improved drastically. It was day and night. I remember my first pitch. It was like the scientific presentation, and I'm a very analytical person. I would come in and like in a matter of 12 slides, I would go as deep as like every little detail of acquisition strategy, and we ended up with this easy to understand and easy to relate and easy to understand and easy to relate pitch that really demonstrates the value and why people should be investing in that. And a lot of parts were missing before that, and because we were our business has been looked at by so many people, they really poked at different places, and we had to find information or test different things to make sure when investors are poking, you have that covered, you have an answer, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, interesting. Tell us a little bit about HealthAware for those people that don't know what HealthAware is all about.
So HealthAware is an online destination that takes the pain out of health appointments. In a nutshell, what we do, we help people find health practitioners, see their available appointments in real time, and book them online instantly.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Nikolai from HealthAware.ca. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Karim from X Connect TV.